So the market was closed today. How do we make money? Well, that's where our LLCs come in. So as we know, today the market was closed, memory of Jimmy Carter, but we still need to generate cash flow. You can't go a day without generating cash flow. It doesn't matter if you're tired, cold, hungry, you need to generate your cash flow. So today's video, I'm going to talk about LLCs. So I have a couple of them. My favorite one, the one that I put the most work up front in to get started and now has become completely passive, is vending machines. So I'm going to give a quick overview on how I got started, built that LLC to where I can generate passive income. So it's not a glamorous story. It's not a rags to riches story. Here's exactly what I did. I went online, Facebook Marketplace. I found a refurbished snack machine and I found a refurbished drink machine. The refurbished snack machine had a couple things broken on it, so I was able to get it for $300, and I put around $150 worth of fixes into it, so all in all, $450 for the snack, not bad. The drink I was able to get for $800. It had one or two things wrong with it, and I put about $100 into it, so I was able to get that for $900, which was really an awesome deal on the drink. Had them put in my garage. My next step was I need to get these out of the garage into a business. So what I did is I started cold calling, essentially knocking on doors, businesses around me that needed a vending machine. This is my first mistake. I took the very first one that said, hey, we want you in here. Bad move. This was a small business, hybrid work schedule, meaning they were seldom in the office. So that means no cash flow. By the time people were buying enough snacks for me to pull, I was unable to cash anything because I had to buy products that weren't expired. Essentially, mistake number one, make sure the business has at least 50 people working in there a day. And I know what you're thinking, oh, 50, that's $50 a day in cash. No, not everybody's buying snacks from your vending machine. I know there's so many of these videos where they're talking about pulling $4,000 at a time or whatever. It doesn't work like that, I promise you. I have 70-some machines at most. So it doesn't work like that. But my advice, get your machines, find a location, and make sure they have at least 50 people working there on an average day. And that'll be your minimum threshold. That'll get you that $300 a month per machine, which means you are netting around $150. Your cost of goods sold is generally 50%. What's that mean? That means if you're buying a product for $1, you're selling it for $2. And how I evolved to make it passive is I had to get about 6 different locations, and it cost me extra money to move my first location because I had to move that to a better revenue generating location, more volume, and from that I was able to generate enough cash flow to buy a second location, basically a new snack, new drink. Same process, Facebook Marketplace, just buying refurbished machines, putting a little bit of money into them, and putting out new locations. Once I had 6 locations, I decided it was time for me to hire an employee. Now, hiring an employee with only 6 locations, I was making $0. After my cost of goods sold, 50% margin, that 50% went to their paycheck. So I wasn't making anything. So I needed to continue to grow the business on the side. I was okay with not making any money from the vending machines at that point because someone was doing all the work. I knew I just needed to grow it a little bit more. So same process, Facebook Marketplace, new businesses, minimum 50 people working. Got a little bit easier because I had word of mouth. I built a website where I put free consultations on there, and I had quite a few businesses actually reach out and say, hey, we're interested in a machine and stuff like that. So it made it easier to get those 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th locations. That first couple are the hardest, I promise you, and don't give up. If it takes a while to get one, you will. So after I got to 10 locations, that's when I started actually generating a little bit of money with an employee. Not much, but that was my basically above break even. And I'm not going to tell you what I pay the employee per hour, but you can kind of back in, find yourself what you need to do, what you need to make in order to get that cost of goods sold in your favor where you're generating cash flow. So I now have 10 locations. I'm just about breaking even, a little bit better than. And I continued to grow until I was up to around 30 locations. And at that point, I am only doing payroll and I'm collecting a monthly paycheck from my vending machines. The employee essentially is doing everything hands-on. So that's my advice for everyone today on how we can generate money outside of the stock market. And before I close today, I want to thank those that are continuously commenting on the videos. And there are some people that are looking for that next $1,000 giveaway because I still haven't had the person claim from the first call out there. And I want to let you know, if you are just commenting the words that you need to be entered to win, you will not be entered to win. This is an engagement channel. I want you to put on there what you're looking for, how you're going to grow your account, what you need to succeed, what your goals are. So that way everyone can see it, can try it, and then you guys can, hold each other accountable. I'll hold you accountable. You can hold me accountable. But the goal is for us all to grow together. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And if you enjoy these car short vlogs, let me know. I can do more of them.